Sagittarius, let's clear some smoke. I'm going to go ahead and do your almost personal reading for this month. Let's tap right on in. See what the main energy is. Divine, may I have 3 best cards for main energy for this month for our Sagittarius, please. 2 more. All right, dear. I do hope all is well and that you are doing well overall. And let's see what we have here. So in the mental space, you have reflection. Reflection brings deep insight. Have you been avoiding self-reflection? Take time to sit with your thoughts and feelings. Your inner world holds the answers you seek. Okay. And then enlightenment in the environment. You are on the path to enlightenment, discovering higher truths. Have you noticed a recent shift in your awareness? Continue to follow this light. It will lead you to greater wisdom. Beautiful. And then spiritual space is allure, cherish. Cherish the beauty that attracts you. Have you been too busy to appreciate the good things around you? Take time to enjoy and value the moments and people that bring you joy. You know, one of the things that isn't brought up most about Sagittarius is their work ethic. It rivals that of the Capricorn. Now, the difference is the Capricorn look like they working. Sagittarius look like they having a party, but they be working they butts off. Like, Sagittarius will lap your ass. Like, how you do all of that? Like, I was, well, I might have been skinning and grinning, but I was still getting to that bag the entire time. Sagittarius is so very charming and alluring here, and also very charismatic, great teammates and leaders, and so and great delegators. Okay, so Sagittarius can get everybody on board. Like, they're the type of leader, they have the type of leadership qualities that, the team is going to, if you 3 runs down at the bottom of the ninth, Sagittarius can get up and say, we're going to win this game. And everybody and the rest of the team is like, okay, we're going to win the game. And they actually go out and fucking win the game. Be the longest inning ever in the history of mankind, but they going to win the game. So that's the type of leadership. And I don't think that's spoken about enough when it comes to work ethic for Sagittarius. And that being said, the reflection, the enlightenment energy is reflection brings deep insight. And right about now, you have a vision in your head and your mind of what you want to create moving forward. And this enlightenment is in the environment. There was an epiphany of some sort, like that, like it's shown here, the halo, the idea over your head. You're like, oh, this would be a great idea. So now you're trying to, the time is asking where you need to come into alignment with the divine energy within you, because there is a spiritual connection to this whole process that you may be overlooking in order to get to the procedural process. You're overlooking that part, the heart of the matter. Got to get to the heart of the matter, because after that, once you determine the heart of the matter, then the steps will be obvious and even so easy to do. But right now you're running into maybe a little bit of a blockage with the enlightenment part, because you're only thinking about the strategy and the logistics and not necessarily the spiritual nature of it. Hence the teamwork energy, the magic that bonds you and your team together, or the people that you'll need to be working with. So let's get into the details. All right, darling, deep breath. Open mind, open heart. Let's see what the divine needs you to know. Divine, we have 10 best cards for the details regarding the situation for Sagittarius, please. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. What else we have? Hmm. This Ace of Swords being here, remember, talked about cutting away and getting the logistics together. The logic behind the choice, that the vision that you have, it's right there. It's you can see yourself moving through things and getting to the finish line. Matter of fact, the vision that you have been given, it seems like it's so easy to do. However, we have Temperance, Two of Cups, and the World card at the center of things. Before you can get to that place, you have to find the middle ground. Now, you may be ahead of the curve. Fire energy moves fast, and you may be burning through things, burning through your energy, burning through resources, burning the candle at both ends, trying to do things in a rush. Okay, the Two of Cups is here where you have to time things. Great example with the trapeze artist or here. Okay, they have to time it so that they can connect and do their tricks in their hands together at the same time. And this is what's going on. Divine timing is here, of where you need to sit and be still for a moment and allow everything to unfold in your mind. You see the long game, you see the end game, excuse me, which is the end result. But we need to talk about the long game, all the steps that'll need to come into, that'll need to be taken, and all the other things that'll need to come into play in order for that end result to happen. Okay. The World card is here, where this is a situation of where you've come to the end of something else. And this may be why you're in such a rush to move things forward so quickly, because something has ended recently and it seems to be that you're on borrowed time a little bit in regards to getting this other part started. So it feels like it's the completion of one phase of something and going into the next phase of something. And there's this little lull in between, of which you're trying to speed up or get started ahead of time. But there's some parts that if you do that, you can, but you'll miss some very important details that you'll have to double back later, which will cost more time, more energy, more effort, rather than sitting still for a moment, allowing everything to unfold, coming into full view, and then understanding, like, oh, okay, this is why I needed to pause. Now, the pause may be a few days. A pause could be a few weeks. Pause could actually be a few months, depending on what needs to happen with supplies, resources, labor, whatever the case may be. A lot of things have to be moved into place. Now, you may be thinking, oh, I'll get started on this now and I'll be ahead of it. But really, again, you may get started on something, start with the resources, everything looks fine. But when you bring in the other part of the situation, or the other pieces of the puzzle, you'll find out that you went in the wrong direction, and now you're going to have to double back, which means, again, more time, more effort, more resources, more financial. So this is the energy of measure twice, cut once. Okay. Now, Nine of Wands in reverse. We have the Five of Wands in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse. So this is, I feel like, the universe signaling to you that if you were to sit still with this Ace of Swords, this Temperance energy, and this Two of Cups up top, and allow things to happen, you will find that you won't be in conflict, and you won't find any heartbreak or betrayal on your side of things. You won't hurt or harm yourself. You'll say thank you. You at first you feel like you're betraying yourself because you're sitting still. It's classic fire energy. I want to move. I want to go. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. But remember that energy of burning the candle at both ends. Okay, you won't even know which way to go, because both, you'll be trying to manage each side, and then you won't know which way you're going, and you're just burning yourself up. But with the Five of Wands and the Three of Swords in reverse, reflecting back from this Temperance and this Two of Cups, if you take your time, you won't find yourself in any conflict with any situation that you need to get, any situation, any resource, etc., that you need to get this vision to completion. Then the Two of Cups, Three of Swords clarifying the Two of Cups, Three of Swords in reverse. There will be no betrayal, heartbreak, disappointment, or anything else as long as you take your time. So you'll need to channel this energy of activity, this Knight of Wands, all this passion, and focus it. Don't just allow it to burn like you have like a wildfire. It needs to be a controlled burn, a controlled demolition. Manage it, okay? Manage your energy and get it into focus. Be excited and passionate, but be excited and passionate now regarding the planning stages and not necessarily the execution. Okay, because you're in a lot of ways you're trying to put the cart before the horse. Again, feeling like you'll put yourself ahead of the game by finishing the part now, but then again, measure twice, cut once. You come back with, and it becomes it's a new plan, it's a new blueprint, and now you got to undo all this other stuff and spend the same amount of money, if not more, in labor and resources to get it to even get started. Okay, the Two of Wands clarifying. I'm sorry, not Two of Wands, Three of Wands clarifying the World card here. It's on the horizon. You've planted the seed. Now we have to let the seeds do their thing underground, and then when they begin to sprout, you'll know the next step of the phase. You'll know what's next to do. And then the Ten of Swords clarifying the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, this is fierce independence. This needs to be reserved for now, because right now you're again putting the cart before the horse. And the Ten of Swords is saying this is to let go of this and try not to have this fast finish. Okay, you too fast, too furious. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some more information for this Three of Wands World card, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, please. Eight of Swords. Continuing at this pace would cause you a great deal of confusion and misdirection. And then the Six of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Cups upright. Yeah. Delayed victory would come in. Confusion, delayed victory with the Six of Wands in reverse, and then Queen of Cups will come into where you're putting your passion is overriding your common sense and sensibilities. Okay. It needs to be funneled. It needs to be focused. It needs to be honed in. Okay. Okay. So let's see. I didn't ask the question just yet, but Queen of Swords out there. I like to see that. Okay, so let's see. Divine strategy moving forward for our Sagittarius. 4 best cards, please. Fine. Nine of Swords in reverse. 10 of Pentacles. There we go. Oh, we got 5. Okay. We're going to take them. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 6. 6. Well, 6s are about compassion, harmony, and cooperation. Makes sense. Which is definitely will be needed here for the community effort to bring this beautiful vision you have to fruition. And that's why you're so excited and passionate, because you know you've got the right team, the resource, you have everything that you need to get things done. And so you're so excited, like, just why you gung-ho. Let's go. Hey, ho, let's go. All right. So the Nine of Swords in reverse, no apprehension, no anxiety about it. You're clear on your path. You know what you need to do. Justice card in reverse, though, with the Two of Swords upright, and then the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, see. A matter of choosing head over heart here. Justice card is in reverse, saying that this is not going to be fair for you or anyone else involved in this situation if you jump the gun and try to get something done ahead of schedule. This ahead of schedule is for you and not on divine time, and divine time is the only time that matters, especially with this situation. This is a vision. This is a God-given gift or idea or solution to a problem that you have. And so you have to allow time for the divine to unveil everything that needs to happen. You don't have all the parts yet. You know what to do on the material plane, but there are spiritual energies at work here. There are people that you need to be available to you that are not available yet. And you don't see that yet, but that's fine. This is a matter of you just working on the vision, writing it out. What do you see happening? How do you feel about it? What do you want to see occur? Who do you want on the team? You can still do some planning, but writing out the ideas of what you want at different phases, at different points in the game, of how you want to play it. What's the strategy? What's the long game? What's the short game, etc. Page of Wands in the reverse. It is not time to embark on this journey. Clarifying that Six of Wands in reverse. Delayed victory. Just take your time here and listen for right now, okay? You're trying to do, it's like, what's the best example of this? It would be like how they tried to do with the Titanic. What would it look like if they wanted to go faster? And what would it look like if we were to come in earlier, not the unsinkable ship, the fastest ship on the water, et cetera, et cetera? What if we come in faster and they pushed the ship to the limits and they did not have enough time to get out of the way of their obstacle? When they saw that iceberg, they thought it was nothing, they would barrel right through. But unfortunately, that was not the case and the ship went down. Okay. So that is the idea. Then they lost they completely lost the asset and they had to start from scratch. And that's a lot of money. Okay, a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort. Not to mention casualties that could have been avoided had they just stayed their course. And there you go, car alarm, boom. Now, what's coming in is Ten of Pentacles with the Five of Swords in reverse. If you stay the course, don't try to outthink the situation. Definitely don't try to outthink the divine. You will receive the Ten of Pentacles. Everybody will get their fair share, which is what Sagittarius always wants. And then you won't be outsmarted. You won't find yourself in any type of dilemmas, any type of delays. Everything will go smooth sailing, as smooth sailing does. There's always going to be challenges, but there's a difference between having challenges and problems. Challenges, you rise to the occasion. Problems can sit you down and put you under the ground, honey. So, okay. All right. That is your session, dear Sagittarius. I hope it is of assistance to you. I do appreciate your time and your most valuable attention. And remember that back then is not now. Always be harmony with your surroundings. Stay sucker free. Hope to see you again.